Yo, what's good with y'all boys, man? I hope y'all doing good. Y'all been taking care of yourselves. So y'all read the title. Y'all know what we talking about. We talking about our relationships a waste of time. And specifically in this video, I'm talking about intimate relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, shit like that. Um, Personally, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Um, I do think relationships are a waste of time. It kind of depends on what phase you are in a life. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are older, some of y'all are younger. I really think that if you younger, especially like if you in your 20s or even if you in high school, I think relationships are kind of a waste of time. Like you know what I'm saying? It's a very very slim chance that you're gonna end up with your high school sweetheart, or you're gonna end up with the chick that you met in college. Like it's a very slim chance. Now, when I say this, I'm not telling you to go out and experience. I'm not telling you to not to go out and have fun. You got to go out and have fun, and you got to go out and experience shit, because the stuff that you can do now, at the age you at now, whatever age you at, you're not gonna be able to do the same thing 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about the human experience, is that it's constantly changing. Shit is constantly changing, constantly evolving. So you have to take advantage of things in the present moment. So go out and have fun. Go out and spend time with women. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but understand, like, you got to get back to your priorities. Like, if you got priorities going on and you got things that you need to do, you got to get back to that. And I feel like a lot of dudes, what they end up doing, just from what I've seen and just from like my friends and people around me, is that a lot of dudes, what they end up doing is they get with these females and they try to use these females as a distraction from their priorities and shit that they got going on. And they put all their time and their attention into these girls, and they think they so cool because they got a girlfriend and yada yada. But in reality, what they're really doing is they're just wasting time. They're really just with this female because, you know what I'm saying, she's a distraction from real life. And it's like, at the end of the day, bro, at some point in time, you could be around this female all you want to, but at some point in time, real life is gonna hit, and you're gonna have to face that, and you're gonna have to deal with that shit. And when it gets hard, bro, I've seen a lot of shorties leave. When it gets difficult and when it gets tough, I've seen a lot of shorties run away. You know what I'm saying? Because they just not built for it. And now here you are, you've invested money, you've taken her out on dates, you've invested time, you've invested all this energy, your spiritual energy, everything into this female. And now 5 years from you meeting her, 5 years from now, you're not even with her. And then it's just kind of like, what's the point? That 5 years that you spent lovey-dovey, you could have put that same 5 years into your passion, or you could have put that same 5 years into semen retention, or just something to elevate you in life. But instead, you put 5 years into a woman who is not even thinking about you. And you got to understand, bro, I'm gonna give y'all a little, some game on women. A lot of women they just out here to have a good time. They just out here to have fun. So while you looking at her as like the cuff of the century, and you think that you just locked one down, she looking at you as an experience. She's looking at you as somebody that's good for her for the moment, somebody that's making her laugh and entertaining her for the moment. You know what I'm saying? But she don't really see a long-term future with you. You get what I'm saying? Even if y'all have kids, and even if y'all get together, it's kind of like women are just very kind of like in the moment, kind of like with the emotion, with the flow. So if it feels good in the moment, if it makes her happy, she gonna go with it. But there's no guarantee that she gonna be around in them when the struggle hit, when it gets hard. You get what I'm saying? So it's like the only thing you can really guarantee is the investments that you make on yourself and the time that you invest in yourself. That's the only thing that's gonna have your back. You get what I'm saying? Is the investments and the time and the shit that you put into yourself. You can't count on really no woman. And that's not even just women. That's just a life. That's just a life in general. You can't count on nobody really. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, me saying this, I'm not saying don't go hang out with women. Don't spend time with women. Don't go talk to them. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that don't ever get to the point where you're putting relationships and stuff above your purpose, because that's where dudes slip up, and then they end up having kids when they're young and stuff like that. And it's like, it's nothing necessarily wrong with having kids when you're young, but for most people, like majority of people, you're not ready. to have kids when you're young, because you're still trying to like how here you are, you a young adult or you in high school and you still trying to figure out the world, and now you bringing a whole nother human being into the world while you still trying to figure it out. You get what I'm saying? And for a lot of dudes, it just sets them back. Now some dudes, it puts a battery in their back when stuff like that happens, but for majority of dudes, it sets them back and it puts them in a position where they just feel stuck, and you don't want to feel stuck. So that's all I'm saying, bro, is that, you know what I'm saying? I do think that relationships are a waste of time. I think that a lot of y'all need to have more of like a in the moment mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to have more of like a, you know, I'm going to have fun with this person for the meantime. And then I'm just going to like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't have this attachment mentality, bro. And because, you know what I'm saying, that attachment mentality to people can sometimes hold you back. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. You got to go with the moment. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I hope this made sense. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. We out.